from 3:19 through the end of 4, he shifts gears and begins to talk about justification and how even though we're alienated, we can be justified. Condemned, we can be reconciled to God by grace through faith in Jesus' atoning work on the cross. So we call that installment a beautiful collision, because the cross is this picture. It's an intersection of a beautiful collision between the wrath of God and the grace of God. You see the wrath of God poured out upon Jesus as he is gruesomely tortured and executed because of our sin. We see the grace of God because he's absorbing God's wrath on our behalf. He's dying the death we should have died. He's taking our punishment in our place. It's a beautiful collision of the wrath of God and the grace of God. So today we're going to jump into chapter 5, and we're going to plow through the next 4 chapters, 5 through 8, throughout the fall. We're calling this installment a glorious exchange, because what Paul's going to talk about in the next 4 chapters is how when we're justified, there's a glorious exchange that takes place. We exchange our condemnation for his justification. We exchange our sin for his perfection. We exchange our hopelessness for his hope. We exchange being an enemy of God with being a friend of God. We exchange our chaos for peace. It's a glorious exchange. And so we're going to dive in today, and we're going to look at the first 5 verses of chapter 5. And our bottom line is this: you're satisfied because you're justified. Now, when we were looking at that bottom line this week in our meeting on Thursday, we talked about satisfied because you're justified. That's a convicting statement if you're a believer, because there are some of you who are believers today and you're justified, but you would say, am I really satisfied? Maybe that says that you're looking for satisfaction in the wrong places, because, listen, your world can be falling apart, but if you're justified, you're satisfied, right? It not means you're happy all the time. Doesn't mean you're happy about everything that's taking place, but you're truly satisfied within your soul. And so we're going to see why today as we look at these benefits that Paul outlines of being justified.